All right, so I got a couple things going on today. First things first, I got a good friend coming through. We're gonna hit the gym together. He is just starting his fitness journey again. He's getting back into it. Other things on the agenda for today, I've got a drawing I'm working on for a client. So gonna be going through that process, possibly covering some tips and techniques and tricks that you can do for that. This is a cool project where I'm tattooing a sleeve on my client, and then he is also getting a life-size drawing framed of the tattoo that he's getting. So he'll get to go home with that, hang it up on his wall, and see the artwork for his tattoo that he has on his arm. Tattooing is such a unique career path. There's so many different opportunities that it has opened up for me. So many different ways that I get to live my life and things I get to experience. It really gives you the freedom and creativity to experience life however you can imagine it. I'm so thankful that I got into tattooing at such a young age. Half of my life has been dedicated to this. Tattooing and sticking with it for those 15 years and never giving up and always working as hard as I can on it has now given me the ability to branch off in any direction that I want and try and experience new things while still getting to tattoo, still getting to experience new ways of doing it. I'm always trying to think new exciting ways to create the tattoo experience for myself, for my clients. How can I be a little bit different? How can I stand out? How can I have fun still after doing something for so long? So if you are a tattoo artist, if you are thinking about being a tattoo artist, if you're interested in any of the things that I do, that I enjoy, please follow along. I'd love to have you on this journey. If you have any questions about tattooing, topics you'd like me to cover, anything else in between, please let me know. I'd be happy to talk about just about anything. I'd like to be as open as possible on this channel. I've owned a shop now for 5 years, and I'd be happy to share anything that I can. We'll cut to the gym. See y'all there. All right, so change of plans. My homie wasn't able to make it. He ended up actually having to do a tattoo this morning, so he won't be making it to this one. We'll link up with him next time. We'll have a rain check on that. So just gonna do my own thing today, so we'll still have fun. Let's get after it. So the workout is wrapped up. Now it's time to start working on this drawing for my client. So I wanted to explain a couple different ways that I approach making a drawing like this. It depends on the scenario, it depends on the goal, it depends on the timeline, if there's a deadline involved. So one example is a drawing like this. I don't have a deadline if I'm drawing something for myself, something that I want to create. I want it to come organically. I want to take my time with it by using a very light colored pencil and just freely sketch around and try and figure out the shape, the concept, the direction that I want to move forward with the drawing. I usually don't have any actual idea of what I want it to be before I start. I just kind of sketch around, make shapes until I see something start to evolve and come to life, and then I move forward with that, step back from it, look at it from different angles, come back to it a different day, and keep building up layers over and over until I have something, till I have a direction that I know I want to move forward with. Something like this could take me a week, could take me a couple months, could take me a day if I'm really obsessed with it and everything's coming naturally. It depends on how things are flowing. Now for the drawing that I'm doing today, it's very different because this is a sketch that I had already completed on my iPad for my client that we have already started tattooing on him. So the design is finished, and he would like to pay extra to have a drawing to go along with it that he can hang up at home. So for this drawing, there is a deadline. I have about a week till he comes back in and we finish his tattoo, and I'd like to have that drawing done by then so I can send it home with him. So with there being a deadline, with there being the sketch and design already completed, and I have an exact reference that I need to go off of for the drawing, what I'm going to do is use a projector, turn off all the lights in my studio, project that design that I have onto the piece of paper, and just lightly sketch out the outline so I can save several hours trying to sketch everything out, get the proportions right. I don't need to do that because I've already figured all that out. So I want the drawing on the paper to match that of the design that we're tattooing on him. I look at it more in the sense of using a stencil for a tattoo. In this case, I'm using a stencil for the drawing so that I can efficiently get this drawing done for my client. Sometimes I approach these drawings differently. Sometimes I'll use several references and just look at them and sketch out ideas. Sometimes I'll let it flow organically, like I said before, and sometimes I'll use a exact reference. Always many different ways you can approach these things. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Just have fun. Do what works best for you. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna turn off all the lights in my studio, project this image onto the paper, sketch out the outline just very lightly, and then I'll be able to take that drawing home and start working on it, start building up the layers, and really get to work on creating a very cool piece for him. But anyways, I'm gonna skip past that part and we'll get back to drawing in a little bit. All right, let's get to it. All right, so this is the very rough outline sketch that I was able to get by projecting that onto the paper and just lightly tracing over it. And from here, what I'm going to do is just thicken up and bolden up that outline and get it really locked in, looking at my reference that I've created already. And then what I like to do from there is just bounce around and start shading things in and just having fun with it and building it up layer by layer. So I'm going to get to work on that, and we'll check it out on the other side.
Alright, so with the drawing being finished, it is time to cut it to size so I can get it framed up. And with that being said and done, this project is complete. I had so much fun making this. Looking forward to finishing the tattoo. Stay tuned, that'll be in the next video. So I'll catch you on the next one. Hope you have a good day. Take care.